Hi, Christine. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Elena.
Hello,
Hello,
Elena.
Daniel. It's
Hello,
great to be
Christine.
here.
Yes, great to be here. And today is our final meeting for season 2. And of course, we did a lot. Yes, within this season, we discussed so many topics. We had 5 panel discussions, and every panel discussions was 12 questions. So we discussed about 60 questions. Yes, we recorded 60 questions, and we repurposed all these videos we shared on LinkedIn, on YouTube. So it created a big impact. We have thousands of impressions, thousands of views of the shorts which we shared, posts. And I think that everyone could see engagement. Yes, because every time now when we see other members of the circle posting something, we'll put like, we'll reschedule, or repost, comment, and this is how everyone can get more visibility. Yeah, so what was your experience in this season?
Okay,
Fine.
so do you want to
no.
start, Christine?
No, you go. You go. Okay. Go
I
on,
would say
Daniel.
my experience was amazing. I was very fortunate because I could attend all of the episodes, and what struck me, even versus season 1, is it was deeper. We went deeper. The flow was great, and obviously the theme, the topics were very interesting. It could be about spirituality, and then what I really enjoyed is everybody sharing deep as well, and make it a flow. This was, yeah, very easy, very easy. And now people are getting news as well to reply to the questions, and the quality of the speakers as well. It was amazing. I mean, it was really everybody wanted to participate and wanted to share, but there was space for everyone. So it was a beautiful season. Really, it was put to the next level.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing. And for feedback is very important because we always can improve and grow and create even better experience for following seasons. Yes, and what about you, Christine? What did you take away for yourself from this season?
It was interesting because the questions make you look at yourself and within yourself and look at your journey to answer the questions. So it's really good because we've, as coaches and business people and entrepreneurs, we're pushing the limits for ourselves, right? We're pushing ourselves to do better and go further, and we have a vision and we want to achieve that. And so it's, I mean, how can you reflect on that because you sort of skip over it and you off you go on the next sort of goal, and that's gone. But when you ask these questions, it takes us back there and it makes us appreciate the journey that we've been on. So, because sometimes you can forget that when you get tied up with, working on your business and helping clients and all that kind of thing. So it brings you to appreciate what you've done, what you've achieved, and that you can actually share this with other people and it's useful to them. But it's useful to us to recall it. That's what I'm trying to say, is because it makes you appreciate the effort that you put in. And it wasn't easy, because we've all had our challenges. And in my case, it was new territory that I was pushing myself into, and I didn't know anything about this territory really. And so it can be a bit scary doing something like that. You're taking a big step in life to go into something really new, and you're asking more of yourself. And to be able to put that in words and share with people, and the techniques that you've used along the way, because we all had different techniques to cope. with stress and challenges that we meet along the way. And they're important strategies to have up your sleeve. And by everybody sharing that, we learn from that, as well as the people listening to the replay. You know what I mean? So there are a lot of really nice lessons. And it just made me think, well, yeah, what do I do about that? What do I know about that? And I haven't thought about it like that, you know? And now I want to put that in words, because now I do have something to say about that. And it just challenges your thinking as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that journey of being in this group, as well as meeting some pretty amazing people. And as I said, you know, we share something for the people who are going to watch the replay, but we're all listening to each other, learning from each other, and giving something to each other at the same time. And I really like that.
Yes, yes, there's great community really. And
So what
everyone,
about you, Elena? What's your take?
what my take?
Yes.
My take is that I appreciate everyone who joins, because I really enjoy the energy and the attitude of everyone who joins, because
Mm.
everybody's attitude is as it is important event. So everyone comes prepared and brings the best, is because we want to use this time and bring our best, put it on the table that everyone can use and learn something, as Christine said, take out for themselves. And of course, we want to impact people, because people need this knowledge. Yeah, people are looking for solutions, and this is the way how they can listen and they can connect, and they see who they resonate with, and this is how they can also reach out and ask for our members to work with them privately as coach or mentor. And of course, we will do different forms, also different formats. I think about making one day event online, where everyone will have 20-25 minutes to do presentation. And it will be one day, like 7 hours. So we can host 14 people if it is 7 hours, yeah, for 30 minutes. So we'll do those events, and we also broadcast them. So it will be live on YouTube, and people can ask questions and again connect. Yeah, so there are a lot of plans. Also, we will have our own song. Yes, so lyrics is already there. So we will create song. We will create very beautiful intro video with that song, and everybody there. So it will be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're just starting. So we have a lot of ideas how to make it even more fun and more impactful.
It's a very good concept that you've developed, Elena.
Beautiful. And, one thing you mentioned, Christine, and for me as well, it was so important is to listen to everyone. Everyone has their own story. Although the theme is the same, but just listening, it's so empowering because, oh, we can learn tips, how people overcome situations and, spiritual aspects. What do they take? And every time, after a session, I came out with a lot of energy. I even
Mm.
have goosebumps when I'm saying that. I feel it because it was really nice. It's like, wow, and this is, when you have a feeling like that, and this, you keep the spirit for days, it's like it's so, and really the idea is that the audience going to watch it are going to take so much, just so much. If just they listen, and because the other thing which is so important is that in these groups, in these discussions, authenticity and vulnerability are key elements. And because the structure is in place to have it, Elena, you create the space, what I call the sacred space. People share very authentically and vulnerably.
Yes, because everyone is appreciated and respected, and we really want to create a space where people feel secured and that they can share, that they can be vulnerable, understand each other, and also reach out for help because we have these amazing speakers, right? And we all can reach out for help and support each other, collaborate. And we already created a lot of collaborations within this community for different courses and workshops together. So this will be even bigger.
What struck me as well, when you asked a question, everybody answered on the theme, say might have been about authenticity. And some people didn't use the term authenticity. They might have used genuine or some other term, but it was everyone spoke pretty much about that topic in a totally different way, presenting it in their own unique way. And so it just gave you different facets of, say, authenticity or whatever the topic was we were talking about. And I like that because it kind of fills out, it gives you a whole bunch of new perspectives to give you more appreciation of what it means to other people, because we have our perception of what it means to us. But when you hear all these other perspectives, it just gives you a greater appreciation and respect for other people because they see it slightly differently.
Yes, I liked how Tony used that example, like each of us like a piece of cake. Yes, and other people are other pieces of cake. So when we come together and everyone shares from their perspective, we get that cake that we get, oh God, this
We're
is
having a feast.
yes, we get this total understanding. Yes, like
Yeah.
of
Yes.
that taste of that cake.
That's right. Yes.
Yes, it is really interesting because we all are a part of the mind. Yes, there is one mind, and we just have a little percentage of that uh, spectrum of that knowledge. And this is how important that everyone comes and bring that percent with them. And this is we collect those all different parts, and this is how we raise our awareness. We look at things from different point of views. Of course, it is very helpful.
And you see, and the rise of awareness, this is the icing on the cake. If we continue with the cake, okay?
Yes.
The next level.
Yeah.
I was going to say something then. Now I've lost my exact train of thought. Now I'll think of it in a second. I've almost got it.
Fine. It's fine. Yeah, so we will look on music. Yeah, we will continue music for our lyrics, and we will start next season with new song. Yes, it will be fun. Yeah, it
Absolutely.
will be
It's going to be a
fun.
lot of fun.
Yes,
Exactly.
just think about this, like international
Floscles.
chorus. Yeah.
I remember what I was going to say, because a lot of people, they see somebody that they think, oh, I really like that person, and then they want to be just like that person. But I was never like that. I would see something that I like and I think, I'll just take that little bit and I'll make it mine. I'll, change it to suit me. I don't want to be like that person. I want to be me. I want to be different. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to look like them. I don't want to sound like them. And I don't want to act like them. You know what I mean? But what they did was really cool. And I'll just take that little bit and now I'll just shape it a little so it's more me. But so there's modeling, like there are these recommendations where people say you model on people, but you don't want to model so that you're a replica of that person. You want to model and just take the bits that resonate You know what I mean?
Well,
And
Christine, and not only I know, but the word which comes to mind is inspire. We inspire people.
well, I guess that's, yes, it is
It's really inspiring,
inspiration.
and then they take
Yes.
what they want from that, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, and what Christina said, it is totally right. This is exactly how we create our new self-image. Because when we have a big goal, we have to recreate our self-image, which will be aligned with that goal, right? So when we just start like with at the place where we are now, we understand that our results in life are a reflection of our self-image, because our self-image controls everything in our life: how we speak, how we dress, how we meet people, how we do things. So when we understand that our self-image just get us here and we want to be there, so this is the distance, and this is how we have to create new self-image, which will be there. We will see ourselves as new identity.
Mhm.
So this is exactly the process. So we want to become new identity, but what we don't want to lose ourselves, right? We want to
That's
be
right.
ourselves. So
Mm.
we just see the features which we admire in other people, right?
Mm.
The features. So, and we put right our self-image that we are like that, not that person, we are ourselves, but we behave like that. We we put clothes like that, like we have standards like that. And this is how we create this new self-image, and this is the process, like writing a script, like it is in the movies, like the script is given to the actors, how they perform so good that we don't even differentiate that it is not real life. Yes, we look at the movie and we connect with that role, that we think that this person is like that. Yes, but how they perform like that, how they become that person in the movie, it all starts from the script. They're given the script, they read the script, repeat the script, they feel the script, they emotionalize, embody that, and through repetition, they become that person. So when
They
we,
become them. They do. Yeah.
yeah, so when we watch the person, we just think this is that person, yeah? And when we think like in life it is totally different, it just doesn't matter because we want that person to be that person, right? Yes, so this is exactly when we have the goal, we have to, as you said, Christine, we should rewrite our self-image, because we understand that our current self-image was written by not by us. It was written by our parents, teachers, friends, anybody. Like initially it was by, of course, the parents, and we also inherited so much, and we like what our parents gave us to eat, right? Because they were giving us to eat what they liked, and through repetition it became that we like the same food. If we were born in China and we were given different food, Chinese food, we would like that one. So a lot of, when we understand that a lot of our current personality was not built by ourselves, it was built by
No.
other people. And
Culture and
yes,
yeah, the
everything,
world around you.
99%. So who, when you say I am this person, yes, you are this person, but we always have to question, yes, I am this person, who decided for me that I am that person, and I have these habits, I have these likes and dislikes, who decided that?
Mhm.
And am I happy with who I am and what results I have in life, right? So when we set different standards, this is how we start rewriting, and we decide who we want to become now, right? And then
Yeah.
start seeing, okay, what is my standards? We see our standards, what I have to change, how to be there. I have
Mhm.
to become that person now, right? So, because we cannot achieve anything which is not aligned with who we are. So, the first step is to redesign ourselves. Redesign ourselves, and it starts with writing, literally, taking pen, paper, and writing your new self-image. And you read it every day, you listen every day, and you sit every day, 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes evening, and you visualize that you are that person. Everything you think, feel, and do, you do already as that person. This is how you recreate yourself. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it exactly, you take like 6 people who you admire in different areas, and you just borrow their qualities and you put in your like your image, and this is how you become that person, and you stay yourself, but you grow, and then you see like it feels like yes yourself, but for example, as I look myself 3 years ago, I don't recognize myself. I'm totally different person now. Yes, of course, I physically am that. Yes, of course, I have those qualities like I had, like I always loved people, I always was very generous, I always wanted to help. Yes, that remained. I mean, the strong what I had, I remained, but a lot of different things I changed. So it is like we change, we don't stay the same, but we change by choosing. Yes, we change by choosing.
Well,
We
you
want,
have to look within. You have to be able to look within
yeah.
and be honest with yourself and recognize, I need to change that. I need to change that. You know, there are things you don't like about yourself. And this is where a lot of people try to mimic other people, trying to hide what they don't like, but they're not actually dealing with it to change it, right? And so that's why I say modeling yourself on someone, you got to be careful doing that, because yeah, you know, you don't want to just put a mask on, which is in your, they're the lyrics in your song, right? We don't want to put a mask on which masks who we really are, because then you're pretending to be something you're not, and that won't lead to well, that's not an authentic life, so it won't lead to a happy, fulfilled life. You have to find yourself, and you have to learn who you are, to know your purpose, and to live that authentic life, to work at something you love to do, and then you'd be happy, you know. I think so many people aren't happy because they don't find themselves, and they're not working at what their talent, what God gave them talents to do.
Yes, and
And
I really realized that we can be successful only when we become fulfilled. And we become fulfilled only when we find who we really are and what is our strength, and when we do what we meant to do.
exactly. And when we are fully aligned with who we are.
Mhm.
And it's why, and as you know, one of my mottos is change is possible at any time when you decide to do that. And it's why I really like this motto, redesign your life today.
Yes, yes, very good, very good. And the lyrics in this song also is there for the meaning, yes, because
Absolutely.
especially for coaches, yes, it is very important for coaches really to to have the transformation within them first before they help
Absolutely.
other people. Because yes, it is now so like in trend, coach, yes, in trend, and yes, the standard should be really high. Yes, that
I think
we
it should too.
yeah we can lead ourselves first. Yeah, we have to become leaders for ourselves, for our families, and then we also can help other people. If person doesn't cannot help himself, how he
the,
can help other people?
the more developed you are as a person, the better you're going to be as a coach, because you've got more understanding, more empathy, more compassion. Um, sorry, I had a bit of a dry throat. So I think, yeah, I've seen people wanting to be coaches, but they're very, I suppose, immature, very young, and very, I don't know, I guess they haven't lived a lot of life to be able to understand people, because I think your intuition kicks in as you develop as a person, as a coach. Your intuition, you can just see what the person's having a problem with, but they can't see that. And you know how you can guide them by asking the right questions for them to be able to start to connect the dots. And I think you get better at doing that the more you know about yourself, because it gives you insight, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And obviously, coming back to what you said, Elena, I mean, the people who are going to resonate the more with us is when they have a problem, an issue, which we as coaches had ourselves and which we
Well,
have
yeah.
which we have overcome. So we're not talking about book knowledge. We're talking about it's our life. I had exactly the same issue, and this is how I transformed it with form and the tools and the techniques and the pitfalls. And when people see that it's genuine, this is how they said,
That's right.
yes, I really want to work with this person because they know what.
Well, they feel that you can understand them and what they're going through, and that makes them feel, I guess, they can trust you, and you know what I mean. They can then
Yeah,
listen to maybe what you've got to say.
yeah, and they can relate to you. And what's very important as well, on top of this, is the attitude as coaches that we have to make sure that people feel safe. That they can
Yeah.
feel understood, that they feel heard, they feel seen without fears of being judged, of being criticized, or of being given unsolicited advice. That the time is for them. We are there just to help them.
Yeah, that's right. In my case, I can be a coach to help someone with, I don't know, it could be a life coaching thing, or it could be they're just stuck on something, and I could help them with that. But if it was to do with wellness, they don't necessarily know that, because people have all the answers with them. They have all their resources. God's given them everything, but people just can't see those things. They
Exactly.
can't tap
No.
into them. And so really people do know what is right for them, but they are confused by what they've learnt
Exactly.
in life, right? The conditioning and somebody else's expectations, and so then their view is clouded, and they can't see for the forest for the trees.
Exactly.
But
So we help them to remove the noise around them, and we help
that's
them
right.
to get this clarity, which, as you say,
Yeah.
is absolutely essential in order to move forward.
Yeah, that's right. But if I was to say something about wellness, I would actually have to mentor them or train them on something, because they don't have that naturally in them, right?
Of course, no, of course.
That's learned knowledge. So there are some cases where you may have to coach somebody, but there may be times when you mentor them or train them on something, depending on what it is.
Exactly. But in this case, what we do is we tell them, we said, oh, now I'm putting my coaching on the side, and this is, as a mentor, or this is what I'm going to, and it's absolutely fine, provided people know. Oh, there was another Christine.
I was wondering whether
There's Christine number 2. Hello, Christine.
Hi, how are we doing? Good, thanks, Christine. Hi, Daniel.
Nice to see you, my friend.
Yes, likewise. Yes. Sorry, I missed this one, so I don't know quite what happened, but anyway, I joined as soon as I was aware of it.
Well, we missed you in the choir. We were singing.
Oh, right.
We missed
Yes.
you big time.
We were too.
But okay, Alan, you were not. I was the male voice today.
Okay, good. Well, singing's not a strong point of mine, so that's fine.
Okay. Actually, you see what perhaps we can do this, I think, because the meeting will not go on so much, but what can you share, Alan, about what you took from season 2? This is really the question. I mean,
Okay.
we answered to that. What were your biggest aha moments? And
Okay. Yeah, I've just got another link to join. Is that another meeting, or is it this meeting?
No, it's here. It's
here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. My learnings from season 2 is, I suppose that it's great having a diverse group of people with lots of different expert specialists, and having that dialogue with lots of different people from, with different interests, whereas a lot of the stuff that I do is focused on property, and it all becomes a little bit sort of incestuous. Whereas, talking to people about mindset and mental health and physical health is quite refreshing for me.
Very nice.
Oh, it's also interesting for us to hear your stories and scenarios that you've experienced in
Yes, sure.
real estate, right?
Yes, that's right.
It works both ways.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because you see, at the end of the day, even if it's about properties, it's always about human beings.
Exactly. Yes, it's all about people, isn't it?
It's about people. It's about, it's about the best, we want for them and
Yes.
for you. So, yeah, we cannot forget that.
No, quite. And building good relationships is so important. Yeah.
Exactly. And based, having values, trust, integrity, and, fairness.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's very important to me, and also to a business partner that I've got, Louise. We want to differentiate ourselves by doing things ethically and sustainably and so on. So, it can be quite challenging sometimes in property, but we're both of the mind to stay with our sort of ethical approach. I used to work for a company called Arup, the engineering company, and they had very good values about how they dealt with clients, how they dealt with their employees, how they dealt with everyone who they came into contact with. And, certainly I thought that was very good. It was probably the best company I ever worked for. And, I'd like to have those sort of values in my business as well.
Okay. Thank you.
I've got to say that my parents gave me something that I value.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, my mother used to tell me to do certain things, and I'd go, I don't want to do that, and I don't want to be like you. But because I was a bit like push the borders, and I had a sense of who I was, and I wasn't like my mother. I didn't want to be like her, you know what I mean? And so there were some things that, but there were some things that my mum and dad did give me, like ethics, as you said. They had a good work ethic, and they were decent people with good morals and standards, and so that was something that they gave me that I thought, I don't mind having that part of you. That's good.
Yes, sure.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
But we don't want to be living the expectations of our parents per se. But those were not expectations as such. They were really good rules to live your life.
Yes.
So, there are some good and not so good things, and you just got to know the difference.
Yeah. I think it's great having a set of rules to live by, definitely.
Because we were talking about earlier, Alan, how people model themselves on other people, but then they, and Elena used the right words. People lose themselves because they're trying to be like that person and not actually take bits and make it theirs. They're actually trying to be exactly a replica.
Sure.
So you want to be you, and a lot of people get confused about who they are.
Yeah. No, it's a fair comment. And sometimes I've thought, well, I'd like to be someone else, but you can't be, can you? You are yourself.
Well, that's right. As the saying goes, everyone else is taken. You can't be them.
That's right.
Yes, very good, very good. So,
hi, Elena.
Yes, hi, Alan. Yes, so is anything that we can improve? Because today is final session for this season, and on 5th August we start season 3. So what we can make better from your opinion?
I thought it was really well run. And I thought the questions were great, and they were challenging, as I said earlier, that it made me think about my experiences and what I've learned and what I did, and so that was challenging to me, but I can see the value that passes on to other people. So I can't really think of anything. Just one little thing, really. We ran out of time once and we didn't finish all the questions because everybody had lots of things to say, I suppose. And so that would be the only thing, is to just make sure the questions aren't too that they're going to be very wordy to answer.
Perhaps I would say something to this. It's I think really going forward, and the questions were excellent, but we have to make sure that whenever we reply, we do it within a certain time, like, 2 minutes maximum. And really it's an effort, but because some people speak longer than others, and sometimes
They do, that's right. Yeah.
it can distort things. So it's really about people just timing themselves, so that really they don't go, because if not, it infringes on other people's.
Other people,
Yes.
and then
So I think
there's
if
no
we do
time.
that consciously, you know what, and then it will be smoother. But each of us has to really kind of bear this in mind.
Yeah, because I think that all our panel discussions were on time. Only one.
Yeah, there was, yeah.
They were, yes, and that one they were new people, and
Yeah,
they
some people.
Okay.
exceeded that timing, because we put according to the timing, and I always remind, like, keep your answers short, less and more powerful. Yes, so how to speak less but give them more impact,
Yes.
You see,
value.
and one thing we could do, perhaps, Elena, is that, and it just came to mind now, because imagine there are several sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. When time is up for section 1, there's a little sign, it's up. Okay, now we go to section 2, so that, right, it's within this, and obviously make sure that in each section, each of us can talk. It means sometimes only reply to one question, but it's like this, it would be, fair for everyone, and we can move on and we don't miss things at the end.
Yes, and that was very good panel discussion which we had, and we went to half of questions. So we will repeat the topic and we will put it part 2. So we will cover, because I see that you want those questions also, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We discussed them.
Well, you went to the trouble of getting those questions, and each of them had a valid point that you wanted to get across, and so yeah.
And
very good, very good. So we will do that part 2.
so this was I will need to go now, because I need to go to London. So
Yeah,
thank you very
I
much
need to go to bed.
to everyone. It was a very good session, and thank you, Elena, for organizing.
It was good
and,
just chatting
and
about.
Christine and Alan for being there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Cheers,
Yeah,
Daniel.
yeah,
Cheers,
it
Christine.
was.
Well,
Yeah, see you later,
perhaps you can
Alan.
Bye.